Hi everybody, my name is Jason and we're doing a video analysis this week on Grand Finals of Olympus, but for doubles. I think that doubles is a format that doesn't get a lot of attention, and as such, people don't really understand how it works, how to watch it, or how to play it. And it's kind of a shame because when you go to a tournament, there's usually two events, singles and doubles. So half of your tournament, for a lot of players, is playing doubles, and it's kind of unfortunate that a lot of players don't really understand how it works or like how to play a good doubles game or even sort of the basic concepts involved. So that's what this week's video is going to be about. This week's video is going to be about general doubles strategies, what to look for, how to play doubles, and how to watch doubles. Because I think all those things are very important. A lot of games like this are very high level, but a lot of people don't really appreciate the play that's going on. So let's get into it. Let's get into how singles is different from doubles. And the most obvious thing that's different between singles and doubles is, check this out, the number of players on the screen, right? There are 4 players on the screen instead of 2. So what does that mean? That means that each player occupies less of the stage, right? Compare this to a singles game. A singles game, let's say that we have 2 players, right? Like one player starts here, and then the second player starts here. They each have twice as much stage, go figure, right? That changes the dynamic of the game completely, okay? Like, the fact that there are more players means that your combos have to be smaller. You have less space to work with. It's going to be more chaotic, right? So you aren't allowed to have like the long, flowy neutral game that you want. A lot of dash dance heavy sort of like wait and bait strategies don't really work as well in teams because, like I said, you can see like the difference in space. You have less, like, can you dash dance inside this little box and do anything like super well? If you're like a god, you can, but like not only do you have to dash dance around this guy, but you have to worry about like whether your teammate is being hurt, like how this person is acting. You're dash dancing against like 2 players. It's a lot different. There's a lot of stuff you gotta worry about, a lot of extra stuff. And the most important thing, and you're gonna see in this first stock immediately, is ooh, wait a second, let me turn this volume down a little bit. Yeah, that was a little too loud here. So you're gonna be seeing stage positioning matter, and specifically I'm talking about how, like, look at this. Okay, so let's focus on green team. I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna say anything for a little bit, and just watch how they control the stage, and notice how it's different from how good stage control works in singles, right? Because you wouldn't say that these players are holding center stage. What you would say is that they are like sort of pressuring them from both sides, right? So Silver and Darc right now are pressured, and they are in the middle, right? And the middle is something that is it could be good or bad in doubles, because the advantage that you have when you have like this sort of, I guess you would say it's a, oops, let me see. You would call it a 1-2-2-1, like 1-2-2-1. The green team is on the outside and the blue team is on the inside. So the advantages of a 1-2-2-1 for the 2 is that you have your teammates back, right? So you can potentially be pushing both of these ones out to the corners, right? If you have the momentum to do it, then you can both help each other out on the 1v1s and then spread and then kind of lead into these 2 edge guard situations where you both have center stage. Center stage is something that is very good in singles and very good in doubles as well. The problem is that sometimes this is too close, right? You can see right here that what's happening instead is that the pressure is being pushed inwards. Lunchables and Dakpo are pushing Darc and Silver into the middle, which makes it very difficult for them to get out. You see, so there's like a duality to this this stage positioning kind of thing. Is this good or is this bad? It depends. It depends. It's good right now for green team because they are like forcing Silver and Darc to be this close together. They can't have each other's backs when they like literally are like so cramped, so claustrophobic that like nothing can get done. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna see like Lunchables and Dakpo ping pong these players back and forth in the middle, and they're gonna rack up a ton of damage really fast. And this happens for the entire first stock, right? Right here. Again, they land themselves in the situation where they have them squashed. And right, you know, like there isn't a lot that Silver and Darc can do about that, just because of the stage positioning. Again, they're gonna find themselves in a situation where they are compressed. Here we go. That's one stock. And then this is another thing that I want to mention that's a little different from stage positioning, but the risk rewards when there are two opponents on the field is way different. Grabbing is a lot worse when you have two players that you are playing against. So if you're playing doubles, just keep in mind, if your teammate is all the way in the bubble over here and you are on the stage with these two, grabbing is going to be really rough, because when you grab, you are stuck, right? You pretty much have to go through a throw animation, and if your opponent's team has any sort of communication, any sort of like sort of map awareness, I guess you could say, they are going to do what Lunchables does right here. He's going to run in and he's going to punish you as you are finishing your throw. So like, look, right? So even though, and you can kind of take this one step further, even though Dakpo throws a quote unquote unsafe aerial here, right? It's an unsafe forward air because he's going to get grabbed. It's not that big of a deal. You're allowed to throw out that stuff. You might even consider it a bait, because once he gets grabbed, Silver, I think Silver is the Marth in this situation. Silver is in a very, very bad spot now that he grabbed him, because you can't dash dance when you're grabbing. Grabbing kind of puts you like it kind of becomes like a bad thing, like you're stuck and you get killed. So that's how the first stock goes. And let's talk about intelligent corner pressure as a doubles team, right? And how that differs from corner pressure as a singles team. Right here, you're gonna see Lunchables and Dakpo are now corralled to the corner, right? And then right now, I guess that's Silver, or no, that's Darc. That's Silver? Uh-oh. Okay, no, wait. Darc is the Fox and Silver is the Marth. It's really hard because they both just play a ton of different characters, and they're both just, I don't know, like, yeah, anyways. Darc, who is right here, has Lunchables and Dakpo cornered, right? You can see this huge expansive space is blocked by Fox. And also you have, like Silver Alloy is like in the cloud ready to come down and help put on the pressure. In singles, this is very simple. Let's say that this Fox is here. He needs to prevent one character from jumping up, right? And like whether the character goes above him or like rolls through him or like tries to attack. You have to cover all those things in a 1v1. And you kind of can systematically like, okay, I'm going to dash dance out and around here, maybe bait some options. When they commit to something, jump, double jump, right? Then you could go and do a jumping back air, push them back out, right? They commit to something else. You're dash dancing here, you're dash dancing here. You see that they roll, right? Then you could maybe dash dance grab, get a grab here, throw them back out. There are like a lot of different things that you can do in singles. But in doubles, the problem is it's hard for one person to block two people, right? Like let's say Dakpo jumps and then Lunchables goes in with a dash attack or something. You can't cover both of these things. And if you can't cover both of these things, you're going to get hit by something, right? And then you're going to lose your 2v1 stage control. So how does your partner help you keep this situation going? What you're going to see, yes, right here is, let's look at Silver Alloy. I don't know if it's just Silver or Silver Alloy. I'll just call him Silver. But this is how a doubles team does corner pressure. You have one person do it, and you have one person standing back to cover people that are going to fall through the cracks, right? So right here, like, and you can kind of see right here that, let's start from the beginning. Darc is going to get this up smash on Lunchables. That lets Dakpo sneak through, and what happens is this, like, they're kind of like sheep herding dogs, I guess you can kind of say, that anything that slips by Darc is going to be picked up by Silver. So the reason that, like, Dakpo, if you want to trace his movement, Lunchables gets up smashed all the way up here, and Dakpo is able to escape. He runs and jumps this way, but then you see that, you know, Silver goes here, he's covering this spot. Dakpo is like, uh-oh, I don't want to be like in this area where he can maybe like do a forward air and carry me over all this way, right? What he does instead is he double jumps back this way, which keeps him towards the corner, which is exactly what blue team wants. Blue team right now is in like control of the game. So you're gonna see right here, goes back, you see that he jumps into Darc's nair, which Silver immediately responds to, saying, okay, I'm gonna, like, right now Lunchables is cornered, that's fine, I'm gonna go over and deal with Dakpo. Dakpo up Bs, and you see that just the presence of Silver being here forced Dakpo to up B this way, right? Dakpo, even though Dakpo has been in this area, he's been quote-unquote center stage, he's being corner pressured right now by this teamwork, right? Anything that Darc does, like, Silver has the slack to pick up, and then Lunchables was up smashed earlier, pretty much forcing this 2v1. So, like, now he's back and he's going to try to do something, right? They're both getting cornered, right? Notice Silver, he's the important one to be looking at right now. Darc is the one that's doing the traditional corner pressure as if you were doing a 1v1, right? But he's doing it against two characters. But right here, Silver is his backup. He's just dash dancing back, dash dancing behind. Just in case anything gets through, he has it. Silver is always respecting the fact that Darc is the one that has the power right now. And he's saying, okay, I'm your backup. Literally just behind you if anything goes weird, right? And that's how they're able to secure that they're able to bring it back just through just like positioning and just being able to use each other as you know, a way to amplify your advantage in neutral. So those are a couple of very common doubles situations if you find yourself in those types of situations. You know, like, communicate with your partner that you want to establish your roles and stuff. A little bit of weird stuff is going to happen, but, you know, it's fine. There's going to be a 9 that is, it's going to change some things. But yeah, and I also do think that, that's very important, the 2v1. The 2v1 is an integral part of doubles, because there will be situations where like, and we kind of, I guess, briefly touched on it earlier with Dakpo, but there are a lot of situations when their teammate is in the bubble, or their teammate is getting juggled, or off stage. Like, they are in these, like, corners of the field, and they can't do anything, right? If I'm, like, a Samus, and I'm going to take 1,000,000 years to bomb, jump, recover, right? That entire time that I'm, I'll get back to stage eventually, I promise. Like, I'm going to get back to stage. This entire time, there are 2 green guys on the field, and then there's this blue guy. And these green guys are going to ignore this one entirely, because, like, you don't edgeguard them. There's no point to waste your time edgeguarding when you can both be putting pressure on both sides from all angles onto him, right? So you're going to see right now that that's what happens. Like, Silver dies, so then Darc is just going to get berated from both sides. Just like, oh my god, so much, like, pressure. He gets away from it okay, right? He's shielding, he understands that he's in a deficit, and he rolls away like he rolls away. He wants nothing to do with that. And then you have an Invincible Marth to help you out, so that's okay. But yeah, understanding the idea of the 2v1. And this is like how you avoid getting 2v1'd. the the ledge is really powerful in doubles because obviously you cannot be like in singles. It's very it's not very good to be cornered usually. A lot of characters, you would say, lose when it's like, oh yeah, like they're on ledge and I'm right here and I can cover all this stuff. You know what I mean? I can cover every single option no matter what they do. This is really bad for the player that's on ledge. But in a doubles game, it's a little different. Ledge is very safe because when you are grabbing ledge, this person can't do anything. Right? They can maybe like pressure things, but if you're refreshing invincibility, they have to pretty much wait until you get back up in order to punish you, right? Maybe they're going to try to read a tournament winner, maybe they're going to try to read a ledge attack, or they're going to run up shields so that you can do like, you know, the double jump aerials or whatever. It'll cover all these different things, but none of that happens until you leave that ledge. Actually, the moment, like while you're specifically on this ledge, not much can happen. And also, these two players can't attack you at the same time. Like, one of them is going to have to be behind the other one, right? So you kind of pretty much have diffused the idea of a 2v1. Like, what's going to happen? Are you going to be attacked from both sides? Like, there is no way that this is going to happen, you know? You have to, like, when you grab ledge, you are pretty much just stalling, which is okay. You're stalling for when the invincible Game & Watch comes down, right? That buys you a little bit of time, and then he comes down with the 9, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. But that's like acknowledgement of the 2v1 and kind of cutting your losses. You don't want to go like super aggro when you know that you're at a deficit. Okay. I do want to talk a little bit about combo breaking, which is what this idea is. Dakpo comes in with a Dacus. He comes in with a Dacus to break up this grab. And smash attacks are another thing that are super, like, not that big of a deal. Like, in singles, you would be like, wait a second, that Game & Watch just dash attack, up smash, in neutral. What a scrub. But it doesn't really matter in doubles because let's say that he gets punished. Nothing bad is going to happen. You have a teammate that helps you. You want to throw out a lot of these pressure relieving tools because in singles, like, let's talk about, like, you know, like a Peach down smash or a Rob down smash. You use it to relieve pressure. It's like, there's too much pressure. Get off of me, right? And that, like, has its pros and cons. If it's baited out, then you have a lot of end lag, then you're going to get punished. There's a lot of end lag to him. But in doubles, you are not only relieving pressure on yourself, you're relieving pressure on your teammate as well. And what happens if you get punished off of it? Your teammate can help you. So the pros are twice as good and the cons have been minimized as well. So, like, these types of things are the kinds of things that work in doubles that don't necessarily work in singles. And being able to abuse that, to being able to be like Lunchables right here and just spamming smash, like, I mean, right now Lunchables is doing okay. He's keeping Darc out. You know, he's doing traditional stuff. That's nice. But, like, things like this like, let's see why Lunchables gets grabbed here. He does, like, this weird, like, turnaround side B, and it gets punished, right? And you're like, wait a second, he just got punished. That sucks. What a terrible option. And the answer is, it's bad, but not that bad. Because, look at Dakpo, right? This up throw leads to nothing, because of the threat of Dakpo being here, right? He's like, hey yo, I got my eye on you. If you even try to, like, up air my buddy over there, then I have something to say about it. So you better just shield, because you know that something's coming out. You don't know what it is, but if you open yourself up, your combo becomes my combo, just because I'm standing here and I'm looking at you. You know what I mean? So that's like a doubles thing. You have to use the threat of your presence effectively. So, like, look. Let's look after we start playing the game, after it stops getting a little glitchy like that. Right? Boom. Right? And Dakpo, even though he hits Lunchables, it's like a good thing because he gets hit by Dakpo's up air instead of Darc's up air, right? Darc would have jump up aired, right? Which Dakpo would have called. That's what he's saying. He's like, yo, like, if you jump, I'm going to hit you. So you better stop your combo. And that's like Darc also being a good doubles player. If he was like some random schmo, like some low-level player, that low-level player would have jumped into Dakpo's up air and then gotten comboed. Like, you have to know how to be conservative with your punishes, and you have to know how to, as a teammate, stop your teammate from getting comboed super hard.
Obviously a 9 is incredibly powerful. So, and when it hits somebody, it gets extended. So
right there.
Don't run into it in doubles.
Notice how before, like what I was talking about with Silver and Darc, Dakpo and Lunchables are doing it now. Dakpo is the one that's going in, and then Lunchable is the backup. He is going to be covering this space because right now they have these two cornered, right? Not super cornered, but they're going to get more cornered in a little bit, right? Lunchable staying back, letting Dakpo do his thing. Dakpo messes up and dies, but that's like the idea, right? Once Dakpo is dead, then that's when Lunchable's like, okay, I'm the backup. I'm going to try to keep him cornered until you come back off the cloud for invincibility. And again, well, not again is the right word, but look at how Silver, or no, it's not Silver, Darc is ledge stalling. He's like, wait, I'm going to wait for my buddy to come back. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. And then afterwards is when he goes in. We're heading towards the end of the match, and I hope everybody kind of learned a little bit about doubles, right? Look, like right now, Lunchables. Look at how Lunchables is playing. Would you do this in singles? Would you do this in singles? No. Look how much he's just crouching and doing nothing. He's just waiting. He's actually just waiting to see what's going to happen with his teammate. Playing doubles is way different than singles. Like, you don't want to always be moving in doubles because sometimes you just want to focus a lot of your attention on thinking about the positioning of the players, what's happening to your teammate, should you go in, should you break up the combo, that kind of stuff. And I think that... Ooh, yeah, and this is good. Preventing edge guard, that's important. It didn't really work out here, but look at this. Let's look at Silver right now. Silver is the Marth. Silver is punishing Game & Watch, and he hits him up. He hits him high. So in a singles match, you're thinking to yourself, okay. Like, I have this guy on the ropes. I have him in a juggle. I'm just gonna wait here. I'm gonna like sit here and wait until he comes down, and I'm Marth. You know, I'm Marth. I could just up tilt him. I could swipe him, up air him. You know, dash dance. If he down air is really dumb, then I can dash dance grab him, like forward throw forward air on bad DI, and I'll kill him or something. That's like what you're thinking if you're playing singles. But we're not playing singles, we're playing doubles. So what is Silver thinking? He's thinking, wait a second, not all of this stuff. Holy smokes, my buddy is over there and he's a fox and he's off the stage. And this guy is like trying to edgeguard him. You know, I would much rather save my friend than get this kill. Right? And sometimes you want to get that kill, but this just takes way too much time. This takes way too much time. It's going to take a long time for Game & Watch to fall. And then if you hit him again, like let's say you swipe him with a up air, like sour spot, he goes back up, he comes back down, and it's going to take way too long. So like by the time that's done, Lunchables will have killed my friend and is now coming back to prevent me from doing it, right? So what you want to do in this situation is you want to say, okay, whatever, I'm dashing. I'm helping my friend out, my teammate out, and even though he gets hit, that was the intention right here. That's why this forward smash is here, is to say, yo, get off my dude. And because of that, he interrupts Lunchables' edge guard, which allows for Darc to recover here. Communication. Pay attention to what your teammate's doing, and you can help save each other, extend each other's stocks and stuff. Right now, it's like Silver's on the ropes. He's against a 2v1. He's getting squashed. Right here, he's about to die. But Dakpo is literally only here in order to cover the roll away. Right? Anything that Silver is doing, Dakpo has this stage controlled. So there's two walls. There is the Dakpo wall. If you pass this, you are going to eat a Game & Watch Nair. And then there is the Roy sword. So you are like being slowly smushed into the trash compactor. And like that's like good doubles play. That's what good doubles players do. So they do that and they force you between them. They squash you. And they high five at the end by hitting each other during the game over screen. So hopefully that's like a good intro to doubles. And hopefully you learned a little bit about how to play doubles, how to watch doubles, different ideas to look out for, because there's a lot going on. And if you're going to be spending $5 like in venue for singles, and $5 entry for doubles as well, might as well try to play doubles, or at least try to understand it. That's my take on things, and we'll see you next time.